Hey everyone, Fletcher here. Going to give you a super quick demo of Jauntboards. So what I have up right now is my personal agency work I've done. This is the Jaunt board that you can share with potential clients. You have your own vanity URL, and it showcases kind of who you are, what you do, and then you can kind of create these different categories of offerings that your particular agency has. So I offer marketing services, digital experiences, consulting, and under each one of those is different cards that showcase the exact competencies that I offer. So you can see native mobile app, software design, analytic dashboard, etc. And there's also a nice link out to case studies that you can connect here as well, which is nice. But let's dive into one of these. So what you're looking at now is essentially what a jump board is. It's a linear layout of a process that you use to find success in a project. It's a series of phases with milestones and descriptions, and you can also attach example links so people get a sense of what it would be like to work with you. And this all is really for kind of perusing a client to kind of self-guide themselves through what you do, what you offer. You can conclude your job boards with a call to action to have them email you or sign up for a one-on-one. And it lets them sort of get a sense of the work you do without you having to kind of provide that voiceover yourself. These boards and services can also be directly embedded into your website. So here you have my website, and you can see I've actually embedded my jump boards right into my site. So that way it's always up to date with the latest different offerings or case studies that are mapped to each one of those services as well. So on the back end, though, we have your jump board your team will log into. From here, you can jump back into recent boards you've been working on or click on boards up at the top. And this provides you a view of the drafts that you and your team are working on before they go live. You can publish these, which moves them basically to your services that were offered in that public view, and move those into here. And then you can actually activate in these as well. So let's go look at that. We'll take this mobile app design, jump in here. Again, now we're in this team view. You can see we have this utility bar across the top. We can start a proposal, start a project. Let's go ahead and go in and start a proposal real quick. We'll do this for Tesla. And a couple cool things happen as you're typing your client's name. It actually fetches them and your logo. And we'll just put new project in here and hit create. So while that's working, what it's doing is essentially taking this core template, duplicating it now for this potential client, and allows you to go in and kind of make further adjustments or modifications that are specific to this project's needs. So here we are in this new project. You can add a proposal deck. I have a slide deck open over here, just a bunch of example work I've done. And if I hit add proposal, paste in that link and hit save, it just embeds that Google slideshow right into here, which is nice to provide a voiceover when you're not in the room with a client. And then I go through and I just sort of start to curate what this process should look like specifically for this work. So a lot of times, the maybe the user personas in this one, the client's going to provide those. So I can mark those as client provided, or the competitor analysis, we're going to actually skip that due to budgetary or timeline needs. And of course, I could also go in and add a new step that makes this kind of more custom, and get this right and right where the client wants it for what your process is that you're going to use to find success for them. So what we love about this is it lets you provide a single URL. So if you copy that and paste it to anyone, they can find a single URL where they can see the proposal. And then when this moves into an active project, it's the same URL that they can find the status of where you're at all the way into a case study. So it's really nice as far as a client experience. It is a nice organized way to get a sense of where you've been, where you're at, where you're going. So let's say this proposal is all set. We're going to hit start project. And now this is moving it to in project status. Again, it's going to be the same URL as you share it to your client. It removes that pitch deck and then removes any of those example links. And now we have different statuses. So you can see we've mapped them over to go into not started. And then as we move through this, we'll probably put it into progress and then eventually in completed. You can also move it to approved or client provided, blocked, etc. And you just sort of work your way through this this job board. Opening these up too, you can add your deliverables. So let's actually add that same link that we had before to that deck. And it does a few things. When you paste that in, it goes and finds the name of it and icon and lets you hit create. And now for that client on the public view, they'll be able to jump straight in and take a look at the different deliverables as you move through the project. And for your team's side, we're actually tracking analytics so you can get a sense of how many people are visiting it and looking at this particular piece of work, so you can get a better sense of how to improve your processes as you grow your own uh, different skill sets. And finally, at the end, you can go in and say complete and create case study. And that would actually take this logo, put it back on that original offering, and let people link out to that if they want to. And all that's totally modifiable as well. And before I conclude here, I just want to show you where we're also some of the newest features we've put in here. One is the ability to auto-generate a board. So a lot of times people are kind of wary and don't understand how to even begin maybe writing out a process. But if we just do like a website design, and you can be super specific here, but just to give you a sense of what this looks like, you can put in what offerings your company does, and this will get you 80% there, actually. It's really impressive. We've done all kinds of crazy things, from producing a film and doing landscape analysis and doing commercial construction, to simple things like website designs or design system governance. And it's pretty impressive. It actually gets you really close to the finish line, so that all you have to do is make modifications and really make this thing your own. So here you can see for website design, we have discovery, strategy, pre-production, production, and delivery. Each of those with different milestones and descriptions in there. Pretty cool way to get started in this platform. You can also use the rocket ship here to modify these boards. So you could say, hey, add a workshop after the discovery phase with 5 different milestones, or hey, add in time or budget estimates to each one of the milestone descriptions. So really cool way to get started there. And the last thing I'm going to leave you with is, we are working right now, we're going to launch here in the next 3 weeks, the ability to actually create AI deliverables. So in this audience research, for instance, you'll have more than just 2 options to upload a file or link. You'll be able to do an AI pass. And what it does is it reads what your process is, understands what deliverable you're going for, and then creates for you a Google Doc with all the copy in there, ready to be shared with the client. But definitely a great starting point for you to go in and kind of make adjustments. But it gets you super close to the finish line when it can. And when it can't, it actually provides you a nice guide or a supporting documentation to help you get to the finish line for that deliverable itself. And then as you move down, those changes cascade, so it actually ingests any uploaded file above it and then creates for you that final deliverable. So yeah, that's a pretty quick tour. There's a lot more little details here and there, but that gives you a sense of what Jauntboards is, what it's good for, and I hope you enjoy. Thanks so much.